the reference.
Was it
It's
Billy
a
Madison?
wonderful movie by
Oh,
Adam
it's been a
Sandler
long
himself.
time since I've
Yeah,
watched that. Yeah.
that's fair.
I'm a
Like,
Sandler fan.
I love Adam Sandler. I always have. My mother despises him,
I
and
mean,
I've
I grew
always
up
loved
on
him.
Waterboy and Happy
Mm.
Gilmore,
Right.
right?
There you go.
And then I saw him in Rain Over Me. I was like, oh, I was like, no, he can be serious. That's
Yeah.
He's a good actor. Yeah, I've seen
Mhm.
him in a movie a few years ago where he was playing like a rich guy who was dying of cancer. I don't know if you remember that one, but
Yeah.
he's it was weird seeing him not just be entirely hilarious 24/7, you know?
Well,
Hmm.
did y'all see Click?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
I
Click.
love that movie.
Yeah,
that's
because
fun.
I cried in the theater at
Right,
that
that'll
movie.
make you laugh and cry in the same
Yeah.
15 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah, I like
fixing Dylan's camera again.
and the one where he's like
Oh.
under domesticated.
You're good. Don't move now. Don't move now.
Well, this is what it's gonna be. I'm just gonna be centered right underneath this frame. We have one of our wines at work is called George the Third, and the SKU is GIII for G3. And sometimes my finger will be off and I'll type goo. And I always think of that scene where he looks down at the kid who peed his pants. It's like, what's wrong, Billy? Or what's wrong, dude? It's like, I had an accident, and he goes, goo. So, about once a week I type goo into my search engine and think of that, which is why I know that scene so well.
It's funny.
So, I mean, I could pretty much write the Princess Bride movie for you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
That's
Stop
a
looking
great
at me,
one.
Swan.
That's fucking funny too. Yeah, we need a marathon more Adam Sandler movies. It's been too long. I think one of my favorites is 50 First Dates also.
Yeah. Classic.
yeah,
Classic.
as long as you don't take it as like, oh, this subject material is really fucked up.
Yeah.
It's kind of like as I became an adult, I ruined Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for me because it's, the Misfits, they're like, oh, here's a bunch of people that are disabled. Let's throw them in
Yeah.
prison.
Yeah.
And then let's feed them to the Yeti and do all this stupid shit.
Didn't know that till now. I was today
and
years
The allegory is bad.
It's super fucked up, and it's like, oh, hey, you're small. Yeah, no, we're gonna round you up, and it's like yeah. I ruined it. I remember I told my mom, and she's like, why? I'm like, that's the truth. And she's like,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I'm sorry. I used to really like that animation, and then I watched it. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
In today's episode of Whispers of Doom, we talk about how Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is an allegory for the Holocaust.
Well, man, we watched All Dogs Go to Heaven the other day, and I was watching that movie, and I remember it just being such a good movie, and we're watching it, and there's the things they're saying in the movie. I don't remember some exactly, but it was like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
it was like, okay,
yeah.
you know,
Pre 9/11,
The
man.
cats.
it's like things from like the 80s and 90s you rewatch, and you're just like, I
Secret
gotta
of
turn
Nim,
this off, you know.
Watership
Yeah.
Down,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
right?
That movie.
Oh, even like Disney, Fox and the Hound.
Oh, yeah.
Like that
Don't-
shit's fucked up.
The Aristocats.
The Aristocat. That was a favorite of mine growing up.
Same.
Oh.
All right, let's fucking stop. Let's play a game. What are we here to do?
Yeah.
We're here to
Be
play
Jigsaw,
Whispers of
apparently.
Doom. Yeah, right. This is episode 54. Where's my copy? That'd be helpful.
I was gonna say, are you starting? Because
guess,
we can
yeah.
easily take this back.
This is episode
In the meantime,
54. Shh,
while
I'm
Robert finds
doing
his
the
copy.
intro. I found it.
Oh God. Okay. Here we are.
This is pre-recorded. If you've been talking in our Twitch chat, so sorry. There's that.
Oh,
Now you
man.
know, because someone's gonna be absent today that this is airing. So we're pre-recording, getting ahead
Yeah.
a little bit with this, and yeah. So
Makes sense to why Twitch isn't working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you really
Bro,
try
you're
to?
not live.
It's like, when are we going live?
That's funny. But yeah, we're here playing through 7 Dooms for Sandpoint. 7 Dooms of Sandpoint? Yes, 7 Dooms of
by Sandpoint.
for Sandpoint. Either way, I'm losing my mind. I updated Foundry today on a whim, and it blew up all of my worlds. So I spent most of the day repairing those, and that's kind of what I was just doing now too. But everything is in good enough working order. So here we are, continuing with our adventure. Join us in Discord, talk nerdy. We have Streamweeks cards that you can spend money on if you really like us to play during future shows where we're actually live. That'll have an effect on the game and the narrative during the live stream. You can give us bits. And by doing so, you can give our players hero points or obols, as we're calling them. And yeah, what else is going on? Can't think. My brain is fried. Tired.
I mean, with bits, every day can be like Mardi Gras.
It's true. Spend some bits, see some bits.
I'm gonna say I flashed people on stream before. I can do it again.
Oh,
Not on
man,
our stream, but on my own.
Reminds me of my
stream.
old job.
I had a dream that my Zoom was up during a time that shouldn't have been.
Or like
Last
some
night.
apple pie moment. Or was that movie?
American Pie.
American
American
Pie, yeah.
Pie.
Some apple pie.
Not specifically like that. But
You know,
yeah.
Well, who are you? Who are you playing? Tell us something cool.
My name is Dylan. I'm playing Calliope Dan Muir, who is a human champion of Pharasma. I said it right. That's what's cool. I didn't stutter over cleric today. A cool thing for me personally, the NHL draft is on Friday. So by the time you're actually seeing this, the Sharks have picked the second draft pick in. I'm excited to find out who that's going to be. So that's cool. As the only person in this whole group who likes sports, I'm going to take my podium time here on this soapbox to say, go Sharks. We are the worst team in the league. That's all. I'll pass it off to Nick.
Hello, I am Nick, also known as Big Red or Red, and I'm playing Brip Moonkling, the Tripkey Ranger. And something cool is this time tomorrow I will be seeing Post Malone and Jelly Roll live. That's cool.
That is cool. But this time, when your people are seeing it, you will
It'll
have
be
already
in the past.
you will have enjoyed the heck out of that show, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed for you.
And I will pass it over to Cody.
All right, hello. I just got done doing mukbang round 2 Electric Boogaloo. And my name is Cody, otherwise known as Bard Tales here on Twitch. And I am playing Giddy, Shatterglass, Scarnetti, maybe a Scarnetti no more at this point in the story. Hard to tell. But he is a goblin summoner with his Hellcat Ignara. And I'm going to combine the Pride fun fact with the cool fact, and I'm giving you a very simple one today because my last one was very long. This one is that there are actually over 30 different pride flags.
Oh, wow.
Wow, okay.
Each of them represents something different, as you can imagine, but virtually all of them either represent the queer community as a whole, or they represent specific orientations or gender identity, and a couple other things in that realm. But yeah, on that note, over to Jacob.
That's cool. Follow-up question. I know in the community there is flagging with like handkerchiefs.
Yes.
Does the community flags overlap with that, or is that a separate code?
That is a separate code. I do not know that code because it is actually very complex. There's like 50 different colors of hankies. And those are meant more so for sexual preferences and advertising said preferences.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I've heard about them, and I was like, it's like thieves' camp, right? It's like just this secret code.
That's so
It,
cool.
it really
Yeah.
is. It was a way
Yeah.
to tell people, especially back when being queer was more frowned upon and illegal, to be like, hey, hello, and then put it in the back pocket.
Man.
So it's similar to like the upside down
Definitely.
pineapple thing, you know,
Kinda,
like a
in
symbol, a hidden symbol.
Not
The,
wrong.
the upside down. I know pineapples used to be a symbol of wealth because of how exotic they were. And that people would actually rent pineapples because in order to buy one, they were far too expensive. So people would actually rent them out to parties.
That's hilarious.
My cool fact
Huh.
was going to be that, like, I was going to come back to Dylan and I was going to say some sharks are diphallic, which means they have two penises.
Yeah.
But
that's a good. Classic,
the
classic.
pineapple thing. Instead of doing facts, I'm Jacob. I'm playing Silflay, a Leshy Oracle. There we go.
Hooray!
Yay!
The upside down pineapple, to clarify quickly,
Oh, yes.
means swingers.
Mm-hmm.
Swanging.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I have definitely worn bandanas as a fashion thing when I was younger, and I'm like, what was I telling everyone? I wonder. I don't know if I've been hit on. Who knows? I don't know. I'm oblivious to that shit when it's
Right,
directed in my face anyway.
The
So, who
hankies
knows?
are normally in like a back pocket or a pocket.
Yeah.
So,
Nope. Did that. I did that.
oh,
Yes.
Are the bananas like you go over to somebody's house and they put an upside down banana on the table? Is it like jewelry?
Pineapple. But it would be like
Sorry,
on like
pineapple.
if you're on like a cruise ship and you walk by a door that has like a pineapple upside down on it, if you were into it, you could maybe just go in there. It's more of like you would put it on your
Not
door
by yourself,
or like
So
Right.
Theoretically,
it's not a sock. It's not a sock. It's a.
It's a.
Yeah.
It doesn't
yeah.
have to be like an actual pineapple too. It could be like
Yeah.
like an amulet or like a pin or just any like a shirt
Right.
with a
Amulet.
pineapple on it that's upside. I don't know why I said amulet.
I love that though. Just like a giant like Flava Flav pineapple. Like damn dude. Zero subtlety there.
Big old
man.
chain.
I've seen cars in the San Francisco Bay Area with like an upside down pineapple decal on it too. It's like, oh well,
Oh really?
they're signaling
I've
hard.
never seen that. That's funny.
Follow
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, exactly.
follow me to
This
swing,
way. Yeah.
to
Jesus. man.
swingland.
to Swingland. Well, let's go into Imagination Land, shall we? If you guys are ready
Mhm.
to
Live
by the die.
die by the
And die by the
die.
die.
By the die.
The group are still alive and still making their way through the pit in the depths of the Devil's Platter, a plateau in the hinterlands of Sandpoint. Recently, they dispatched of a halfling woman, Asmarelli, the quote-unquote mother of Silflay, or perhaps a better word would be summoner, conjurer.
Of cheap
and that,
tricks.
that she had been part of a new cult that worships the Sandpoint Devil, a creature rumored to have haunted the region around Sandpoint for centuries, but was never truly confirmed. Alas, the notebooks and journals she had were filled with drawings and pages of fanfics. You found her obsession with this creature to at least confirm in this cult's belief. And the group debated about what their next steps could be and decided to rest in the room that she died in. She was murdered in. There, Calliope was met again in her dreams with the Herald of Pharasma, questioning her priorities and staying the curse that is set upon her until the ghoul, Wolgar Rabs, and his company is somehow resolved. The group moved eastward after they woke up, with a choice of exploring more of the facility to the north or creeping southward into the rough tunnels. Brip, spurned on by somebody in Twitch chat, scouted southward into a lair of an immense creature. It and the cavern walls of its nest were covered in slime as it clambered toward him on its 2 front hoofs. A head like a horse and a 20-feet wingspan like that of a bat, and its rear end resembling that of a snake, yelled out threateningly in a language Brip couldn't understand. Thankfully, Calliope was within earshot, hearing it say something along the lines of, "Leave my lair immediately or be consumed." They decided to back out quickly and as quietly as possible, but not before Calliope was tempted to have a conversation with the creature, as it seemed that it was intrigued that it found a being that could speak its language. That language is Athlo. It asked to have a conversation, and Calliope denied it, and in doing so, the creature said, "Don't come back, or meet your doom." And that's kind of where we are today. You guys are still in this level of the pit, amid the hallway set between these rough caverns and the worked facility, this ancient Thessalonian facility. So, where do you guys want to go from here? What's the conversation like? Oh, that's the wrong map.
I was gonna say, duh,
We're not outside.
we're out of the pit. We've left the pit.
Based on
a
that
possibility.
previous map, it seems like we have to go through the mines of Moria.
And they call it a mine. Sorry.
No,
Was that-
my mind was playing out that scene.
Yeah. The scenes in Moria?
No, I call it a mine. A mine.
Yeah,
Right.
okay,
Like
yeah.
my mind was going through the whole dialogue.
Got it, yeah. Sometimes it's hard not to. Like you hear something like that, and you're like,
Yes.
cool, I'm just gonna live that scene now.
There is like a really aggressive chewing in the background that is just part of the soundscape.
That's what
Don't
I said
hear it.
earlier. Like, I came in and tested Foundry for Robert, and I was like, "Why does it sound like someone's slurping?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
for a minute, I like looked through everybody. I was like, "What is that sound?"
Right. I was like, "It's not me this time."
I was
Why
like,
can't
"I know
I
I was
hear
eating
this?
earlier, but like,
Put that
I
sub
don't know
away,
why
Cody.
you can't hear it. Yeah, exactly.
I think he got a different sub, guys.
Yeah.
No comments. I plead the fifth.
Ethan, tell us! I'm just kidding.
Ethan just waits to pour tea, so you know
We gotta tune back in on Monday night to see what he says in the chat.
disaster.
I just imagine Brip above us, like nervous snacking.
Yeah.
It is a very interesting sound choice. Is it supposed to be dripping? Like
Yeah, it's almost like walking through puddles too.
very ramen noodle
Yeah.
slurping sounding puddles.
Oh, ramen
Yeah.
sounds good.
It always sounds good. It do.
Go for it. Bring us back.
So I think
So loud.
after
I got
running
it
away from after running away from the thing that Prip found, Giddy would just kind of look over at Calliope and just be like, "All right, I know that you said something about Pharasma and needing to get rid of these ghouls. I really think that maybe we should head back and take care of that, especially since everywhere else we seem to go seems to be filled with horrors, like whatever that thing was."
Calliope's kind of spaced. Like, what was I just talking to? She couldn't identify it with magic or religion. She's like, yes, I completely agree. Thank you for taking my point of view on this. She's kind of like not looking at you, she's just looking like down and to the right of you and just not making eye contact and kind of just like, that thing would have probably killed us very easily.
It matched the statue.
Yes, it's
All of the statues that we've seen, that seem to be of it.
And we have no knowledge beyond what we've learned here. Nobody's seen it before. We've been down here.
Is that the Sandpoint devil?
Maybe, but I feel like if it were the devil, it would have come after us immediately, right?
Well, it spoke
Well,
to you.
It's clearly intelligent. Not some beast. Worship of it seems much more understandable knowing what we just learned from it, but
Assuming that is in fact the thing, but
it has to be. The only other person I could think of who might know more about this is Broddert back in town.
well,
But we should see if he knows anything else. I don't recall if we asked him. I'm again not from here, so you three being more local might have better knowledge of Sandpoint Devil. All I know is these statues and that thing.
I tried to remember earlier, but I just couldn't come up with anything at the time.
Damn it, Britt. Think harder. Not just
Gauntleted hand
yeah,
knocks him to the ground.
I'm so sorry. I'm very we should go. Let's go back to town.
well, are we going back to town or are we going back to the ghouls?
Well, the ghouls are under the cathedral's graveyard, if I recall correctly. Let me pray to Pharasma real quick. Hey, Pharasma. Robert.
Calliope, you did mention potentially speaking to the Lord Longfingers.
Oh, somebody
Also,
had brought that up. Yeah.
I think you did.
I did.
No, that was Jacob.
Oh,
Oh,
Jacob,
yeah.
sorry.
So Flay.
Credit to
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Still playing.
Yeah.
Any reason to not go back to town?
Yeah.
I
Well,
just wanna
maybe
get
we
the
can-
monies.
Yeah, let's start walking back. There also is that other room of dark dwellers that we slightly decimated, so dark dwelling decimation.
Well, if we go back to where Lord Longfingies is, we're gonna have to bring something for him to eat.
Well, this guy, somehow.
I can't drag that one.
I'm
I
torn.
could give him mother.
I go and I go back to the room.
So dark, I love it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, and,
It's okay. You're on the ceiling, right? We like bump heads. Oh, sorry. Britt,
just to
sorry,
remind
I
you guys in the
forgot you're
audience
up there.
that this does have the teleportation circles. The one to the north is broken, but the one to the south seems to be intact, if not a little dusty. Are you all entering the room after Silflay?
I would say maybe. That's an ominous question. I don't like it.
What's teleported into this room while we were not here?
Right? Yeah. Yeah, we
Yes.
follow. We follow.
So you might see the carved tree-burled statue of the Sandpoint Devil is now kind of blackened, and maybe there might be some wisps coming off of the edges of it. But Giddy, as you enter the room again, you notice something. That is a door off to the southwest of this room.
Oh well, that wasn't there before.
It looks like a hidden door.
What wasn't there before?
I suppose it might have been, but
We were distracted.
yeah, we had a little.
Uh-oh.
We had a lot going on the other day. So I cannot see this door you speak of on the
Yes,
map.
Would you like to open the door?
Okay, I was just making sure I wasn't missing something. Giddy kind of looks back and it's just like, I know our history with doors is not fantastic.
I can push it if you want.
Well, I mean-
wait.
Yeah.
I'll open the door.
okay, thanks, Mom.
We can do the door. One last door before we go home. And then Calliope says, "Let my love open the door." And
All right,
she
you open the
opens
door. It's a short, rough tunnel that leads southward, and then it looks like there's a short hallway to the east that has another door. I'm
It's
sorry.
a tunnel.
It's a tunnel that has a door to the east and a door to the south.
There's 2 more doors in here. Shit.
No more doors.
If it was secret, though, then it might be hiding something.
Yes, I'm gonna go to this first door.
Do you
We're
want? I
just-
can go to the second.
All right, let's see what's here. Oh, gods. Another door through another
It's
tunnel.
A long,
Jeez.
long worked hallway that has another door, but the door is made of stone and is circular, and it looks like it's got handholds and bolts. It looks like there's some kind of mechanism to the stone door.
Looks like some kind of a safe door back there.
Does it have any sort of decompression in it?
Not that you can feel. There's no pressure change.
Airlock to space. Well, let's look at this other door first. Let's just see. If it leads to another tunnel, I'm fucking out.
I got a.
Oh,
You open that door and you realize that this is the other side of where that winged creature is.
slams the door.
Ah!
We should go back and look at the stone
Yes,
door, I
that's
think.
What's
that's
this
a great
door?
idea. Click on that door. Get that
Away
door
from the
open.
thing. Away from the thing.
Yes, let's get in this tiny hallway and shut the door.
I'm sure it's gonna go great.
I can't move
Oh,
myself. I'm
That
under
was an
grip.
accident.
There we go.
Say you move forward to this strangely shaped door.
I like how Brave immediately goes back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's a circular door, made of stone. There's a central wheel that looks like it has to be turned. It looks heavy.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this.
I just kind of look back up over my shoulder at you, Calliope.
Yeah. She takes the sword that she's been holding, her bastard sword, one hands it back up over her shoulder into its sheath, rolls her shoulders back, and puts her strong hands out to grab the handle of the door. And
Strong hands.
I believe in you.
I'm just going to tap you and give you guidance.
okay. Do I need an athletics check or anything, Robert? It looks like I'm unable to open the door.
So you put your hands on the stone wheel and begin to turn it. As you do so, something happens.
I hate this game.
Here at Whispers of Doom, we call that Gwee Dance.
You hear
If some of those remember the reel.
unsettling whispers
Whispers.
as you put your hands on the central
Of
wheel
doom?
and begin to turn it. And as it does so, you see these subtle etched runes kind of give you a light, like glow, pulse of like this ominous bluish white light. And you are overcome with this
Yeah, what am I overcome with, man? You got diarrhea or what?
fear and yeah, it's like something from beyond the grave and space and time. You feel hollow inside, and I would like for you to roll a
Sounds like me after Denny's.
will save, please.
Hollow inside.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
After all the evacuation. All right, so should I do private GM roll or blind GM roll?
No, you don't have to do
Or
it. It can be
Public?
It can be public. Yeah, I can see
Okay.
all the rolls now. So sure.
Okay. That's a fucking 4 for a total of 16.
Would you like
I'm
to
afeared,
use a
y'all.
hero point?
Do I have one? I
gave
do,
you
from
guys-
leveling up?
I gave you guys one
Yeah.
for leveling up.
Correct. All right. I already I used my hero point, but reroll and keep the new result. That's a 17 on the die for a 29.
All right.
Still. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yep,
Yeah.
29
29
looks good.
total.
That is a success. So as the door begins to creak open and rumble in the frame, you hear this whispering in 3 different languages. Only one of them you seem to understand, I believe. Wait, where is it? Nope, you understand all 3? Nope. never mind,
Thessalonian,
sorry.
Common, and Aklo? Those are my only 3 languages.
Oh, so you understand, it's all saying the same thing. So in Thessalonian, Shawanti, and Varisian in common, it whispers of doom. No,
Yeah.
it says, "You who tries to open the door now must stand guard and fight any who attempt to pass. Stand here until Mistress Lyra LaRue arrives."
Oh, we...
And you feel compelled for a moment to let go of the wheel, grab your sword, and stand there to stop Souffle from passing. But as soon as that thought and whispers appear, they're gone. You don't feel any more compulsion.
She stops turning the door and then turns around and will repeat that. Basically, Lyra LaRue. That's a name we know, correct?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Yes.
I was just...
She is one of the ones we identified as, was pictured in one of the reliefs in the area below Sandpoint.
Yes. Well, I don't know if anybody else heard it, but some sort of whispers of doom emitted from the store penetrated. How many times can we say it from the door? And
The whispers penetrated Calliope.
Emanated from... I'm very confused right now from the door, and
I'm very confused trying to follow you.
I felt I must stand here until she appears. She must be long dead at this point, but I fear this door leads to something that we don't have time for.
Hey, what are you guys doing over there?
Calliope says there's treasure behind the store.
Well, let's go.
Point of order. So the depictions under in the facility under Sandpoint, the cathedral, were that of the rune lord known as Alasnist. Lyra LaRue, you remember, was a like a lieutenant or general that worked under the direct order of Rune Lord Karzuk, who was an opposed Rune Lord to Alasnist.
Okay. And Alasnist was the person who we took the statue of the Ransuer from.
Yes. So
okay, got it.
Rune Lord Alasnist is the Rune Lord of Wrath, and Rune Lord Karzuk is oh god. Pride? No. Can't remember.
Well.
Greed. Yes.
This...
If you already triggered the trap, though.
But, okay,
and
yes.
I want you to guard something.
God, you are so persuasive. I'm gonna open the door. Continue opening the door.
I just shrug and look back at Brip and like,
this is the last door.
wave him over.
All right. Just double check something.
Oh god, it's never good. Double check the DC of this next will save.
Yep.
Every inch you open the door is another will save.
It's gonna need another will save.
Fucking A.
So you put your hands on the door and attempt to turn the wheel.
If I never took my hands off of the door, is another will save still required?
Come on.
Trying to win a car.
Worthwhile question.
I mean, you turned around to talk to Still Play, I imagine.
You could do it like this.
That's what I was envisioning,
Yeah.
personally.
Just over your shoulder.
Yeah. I mean, neither of them are super big on eye contact, so
Listen here, you little shit.
yeah. Yeah. If anything, I think Calliope like doesn't want to look at Silflay while they're still down here. So can I do public again? Or what
yeah.
do you?
Yep, you can do public.
Okay. Oh, that's a 5 for a 17, so I'm probably stuck here.
I have hero points that can I give you a hero point?
Oh, I also didn't use guidance yet.
Okay. Is it left or right? No, it's right. Okay. Boom. Okay. I've given you a hero point. Consider it a souped up guidance.
Yes, okay.
Since you haven't used that yet.
I haven't yet to use it. So we will add reroll and take the new result. Okay, so that's a 31. Oh my god, let's get the fuck out of here. This is bad.
Just open the door.
We've used 2 opals to open a door, man.
Sounds right.
Okay, all right. So you're able to push past the door with your roll of a 31, and you open the door to reveal a strange stone, and as it sits in a strange hemispherical chamber. This polished stone walls provide a disorienting reflections from the softly glowing 10-foot wide pale blue crystal that floats in the center of the room. The spindle-shaped crystal slowly rotates in a complex pattern so its points trace glittering lights along the surrounding walls.
I just like to think of Silflay is wearing her mask, but if it was anime, the mask would disappear and she just have the giant eyeballs.
Yeah.
What is that?
I was gonna say, because getting from the back can see past you guys a little bit and see some of the stone, and his eyes just go insane. He's just
I'm gonna go in then if you moved.
Yeah, Calliope's like, I am conflicted.
Silflay, as you walk into the room, you hear the whispers that you believe Calliope was talking about, but you don't seem to be affected by them.
Giddy, this is really pretty.
It's very pretty indeed.
Whoa.
Now, how do we get this out of here?
We probably shouldn't touch it, but maybe we need to make sure it's secure.
I don't know if I can resist touching that thing.
That's what she said.
Whoa.
No comment. Happy Pride Month.
Is that a giant blue jelly bean over there?
That's exactly what it is, Brip. You just keep over there. Yeah, Giddy's struggling right now to not put his hands on this thing. It's like
Silflay would touch it.
Oh.
I love how Silflay went from, we probably shouldn't touch it, to
Yeah. Well, I will say I like that we are making decisions. We are definitely not standing at a door but check it for traps. Oh, that shit's unlocked and nothing.
True.
It's open this door, I'm going to the next door. We are doing stuff.
We are going.
Yeah. Are you gonna touch it? Yes, I will touch it.
Yeah.
Giddy gives in to temptation and touches this thing.
Oh man.
Wait, Giddy, you're touching
Reach
it too?
out and touch.
Yep.
All right, so it's doing a slow
Close your eyes,
rotation.
Marion.
So you're kind of stationary.
Oh, it's rotating.
Your hands are on it and maybe brushing the sides of it as it's continuing to rotate. And
I didn't realize it was rotating.
Here's a better picture. You can feel your hands caressing the facet of it. Each little facet. Oops, sorry. Don't.
Oh, that looks
The little facet.
Don't
Little
look at
facet.
that.
I was like, ooh, tell me more.
I didn't
Screen.
already read it. I'm sorry.
I missed it. What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, here.
Oh.
Let me do this.
Oh.
Let me see the thing.
It's not appearing, so I apologize.
I'm like, it's Final Fantasy 14 and I want to get teleported to
Right.
the other region.
Yeah, we'll end up on some other 7-pointed star room.
So, yeah, you.
Why
you
are
both
these
put
giant
your-
chickens running around?
As soon as you both put your hands on it, you can feel the sharp facets and jaggedness and rough cut of each side, and as your hands lay on it, rolling across it, these ghostly faces appear, and they all seem to be sad and wanting to break free. Calliope, you're close enough to see this. The faces are barely visible, but they're their ghostly visages are very disturbing, unsettling, and it looks like a slow vortex of them kind of rotating on the inside of these vague humanoid shapes within the crystal itself. And you guys are overcome with a vision. Your eyes kind of roll into the back of your head. You can't move. To Calliope, Ignara, and Brip, it looks like Giddy and Silflay have stiffened.
Hell yeah, they have.
The careless whispers.
Yeah.
You see a vision of an undead goblin, one that you recognize as Chief Ripnucket in all of his ghoulish glory, standing amid piles of bodies of Sandpoint citizens. How do you know it's Sandpoint? He stands in front of the cathedral of Sandpoint with people running and screaming as he commands small hordes of undead goblin and living goblins alike, with goblin dogs running and barking and chasing and people screaming. Parts of the city you see are on fire in the background, and you just can't help but smell burnt flesh, wood. Go ahead and make a couple will saves. Both of yous.
Both a yes.
Both the yes. Oh, hold on.
Public, private.
Public.
Give me one quick second.
One
here,
will
my
save.
computer's
We got 24
something.
total.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll the second one?
No, sorry, I meant one for each of you.
Oh, I see.
Right, sorry. I am going to be doing that now. My computer was freaking out there for a second.
Okay.
Oh, I have a thing, I think. I do have a thing. I have a +1 circumstance bonus to saves against emotion effects. So if this is an emotion effect, I'll have a 25, and if I succeeded on emotion effect, I critically succeed instead.
Perfect. Okay. As soon as that vision fades, another one comes in. Calliope, you see each of them kind of like jolt, like their bodies jolt, but it looks like they can't remove their hands from the rotating crystal at this point.
Calliope is like, oh no.
And you can hear you can hear the whispering again. It seems to be coming back. It's not loud, but it's creepy, and it's at the edges of the door in the room. The crystal seems to be pulsing consistently as a new vision appears. You see the Sandpoint Devil itself. It is a horse-like creature. It's got the hind of a horse, tail of a scorpion, bat-like wings, and it's breathing fire Its hooves are aflame also as it's jumping from Sandpoint building to Sandpoint building across homes and businesses, breathing fire upon Sandpoint civilians, just lighting fire in its wake. People screaming.
That's not good.
Let's roll another will save.
Oh, here we go again. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
28 if it's an emotion effect, 29.
I got a 17.
Okay, 17 is a failure. I will mark that down. Another vision appears. This
Do they
one-
jolt again?
Yes, they jolt again.
Okay, Calliope might try to pry Giddy off. Seeing another jolt and like they're not like reacting and they're just like standing there like thrashing a bit. I think she would try to knock Giddy off.
Maybe this time you hear them kind of like yell out in pain too, both of them.
Yeah. Giddy's like, Calliope says, it just like grabs Giddy by the shoulders and like tries to not like hold on and grab solidly. She doesn't want to like complete the circuit, so she's trying to like quickly pull him off.
Give me an athletics check.
All right, gladly. Dislocate both of his arms while in
Just
doing
fucking
so.
Chewbacca him.
Yeah, exactly. Rip his arms are still on the crystal, but his or hands are. Fuck, where is it? All right,
He doesn't need arms. He's a summoner.
Just summon the arms.
there it is. Proficiencies. All right, that
Oh, nice.
did not show up in my chat.
23. So, you don't
Okay.
they don't have to be secret checks.
I think it defaulted to that. So.
Okay. So with 23, you succeed in pulling Giddy off,
Oh, okay.
and Giddy, you find yourself enfeebled.
Please. Okay. Don't touch the rock.
Calliope would grab and reposition Giddy back into the hallway. Just pick him up and move him. I can't control your character, obviously. There you go.
What's the vision I'm getting?
Yeah,
while
what
Giddy
is-
got
Yeah.
pulled off?
What is Silflay saying?
So the vision that you see, Silflay, is where'd it go? The citizens of Sandpoint. All of them look like they've fallen asleep in their place. If they were doing something, maybe you see the baker in the middle of handing off a bag of sourdough, and she just falls asleep across the counter. And the person she was handing it to just slumps over onto the counter next to her, fast asleep. And you see their sleeping bodies kind of twitching, and quiet screams emanating from their mouths, and uncomfortable visions of potentially nightmares you're imagining as the vision zooms out, and the entire city and population of Sandpoint has fallen into this slumber, this nightmarish slumber.
Calliope, I think you should pull Silflay off too if you can.
Will save, please.
And say, point of order. We'll save first.
Yes.
Right.
Oh,
The 20 total. 21
Right.
with emotion effect.
that is a failure.
I
that
have one
means-
more hero point.
Okay.
I'm gonna use
It's
it.
up to you. Up to you.
I don't want to go back to town, so
Yeah.
Silflay is gonna like push as hard as she can. Okay, let's see what happens. Is it better or is it worse? It was almost a natural one. Okay, so I think we default to the 20 that's still a failure.
Okay. Alright, that is a failure. Oh, wait, sorry. Is this your new save? Oh, snap,
Oh
dog.
no,
Natural 20. Choo choo.
Oh,
Dang.
for Calliope.
I can't see the dice
Oh,
rolls
that's
now.
Calliope's
So,
athletics check. Sorry.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I was a little confused there. So you're actually going to take some mental damage from this.
Okay.
You,
Ouch. Okay.
Ooh.
you bleed from your ears,
Ugh.
your eyes, maybe your nose.
Yow.
And just as soon as that happens, Calliope, what do you do?
Yeah, I see that jolt and blood coming from places it shouldn't, especially on a leshy. I don't know if it's more like sap-like or like kind of milky, as opposed to just a red blood, but knows that that's not normal for Silflay to just spontaneously do. So she reaches over, walks back into the room, grabs her like a little kid, picks her up from under the arms. I feel like since with the natural 20, she just like full on like grabs her like a linebacker would and like puts her over her shoulder and then just like takes them out of the room, and we all are back in this hallway.
I'm sorry. All right, so you are enfeebled 1 and drained 1, Silflay.
I got fucked up, guys. Yeah. So you just dragged me back to the hallway. You said.
Yeah, like put you on my shoulder basically, and then like get you into the hallway and set you back down on the ground. Just like manhandled you to take you out of there, basically.
Yeah. I kind of sit down and
Was it worth it?
I saw things.
Horrible things.
So no.
I don't know if they're of things to come or we killed Rep Nuggets.
Did
We
What
killed
did you
his
guys-
reincarnation.
What did you see?
We saw him, but he was still dead. He was the ghoul. He was massacring Sandpoint with a horde of goblins and ghouls. But I saw more. Did you see the devil as well?
I did. It was going from building to building and torching people left and right.
Wasn't quite the same as what we saw in the other room. But then I had another vision. Giddy, did you see them sleeping?
No, Calliope pulled me off before that one, I guess.
Everyone in Sandpoint just fell asleep. And then their bodies twitched and screamed in silent agony. I don't know what type of vision that was. But there were faces in the crystal before the visions took us. Calliope, if we need to live, then we need to leave. But that crystal, people may be trapped in there.
Memories, perhaps, or it doesn't.
I don't know.
None of those things have. Well,
I
Sandpoint
don't
Devil,
think
we don't know, but
they've happened. Because when. I'm not very good with the Sandpoint history, but when Ripner get attacked previously, he wasn't dead yet.
correct.
We may need to see if his body is still above.
Was it not fed to Homie? To
Lord
Lord
Longfingers.
Longfingers?
That's true. I did
Yes, I
bring
believe.
many of them over.
Unless
wonder.
he was. The last time we went in that room, they were not around. Perhaps he came
don't
out of
know.
him, overtook his body like a plague, and burst out.
I just lift up my mask a little bit and kind of like wipe the kind of like the milky blood off of my nose and put my mask back.
I I don't know, but we don't know what that is and what it's telling you, but you're clearly being negatively affected. Look at your hand. You just wiped blood. Yes, we call it blood. I don't know why.
Yes.
It's unhealthy.
Blood?
Blood? It's not funny. Um, we should, without knowing more, can I retroactively do some kind of Arcana check or something on this to try to figure out what might be happening, knowing all this?
Absolutely. You can hit that basic action macro for a little recall knowledge.
Hmm. I done did forgot about that.
Oh yeah, don't you have a special knowledge thing too?
I do. So if I fail the religion roll, I would be able to re-roll using Arcana. Or no, vice versa. Since I'm declaring Arcana, I would be able to re-roll under religion. So those two talk to each other basically.
Okay.
Doesn't really make sense, but it's
Dope.
magic of religion, I guess.
All right, so between you and Giddy, Giddy with a natural 20 actually,
Woo!
you're able to
Nice. First-hand
determine
experience,
what
literally.
this crystal is. You're able to confirm. Maybe you guys go in to examine it a little bit without touching it. And
No touching. No touching.
as you approach, or like if you get close, you see the silhouette, the vague silhouettes and shapes of people in there. You come to realize that these were actually souls, and maybe you catch a glimmer or a glimpse of what they were wearing, or from the time, and you determine that these were people from ancient Thassalon. Their garb that you see that they're wearing is that of a mix of various seers or diviners or oracles from that time. Various cultures, not just Thessalonian or Aslanti, but perhaps some ancient Shawanti people also.
Hmm.
Yes, and you're able to confirm that these are trapped souls, and knowing that they were had this divine touch to them, you think that whoever put this crystal here had done so with the intention to utilize their divining prowess at their whim by collecting their souls in this crystal. You hear echoes in your mind of maybe the originator, the creator of this. It feels like a woman, a powerful Thessalonian woman. You hear her voice echoing, calling this a ghost stone.
This thing, I felt a connection to it when I touched it. Other than the visions, someone long ago made this thing, and it's some kind of like it stores souls, and it's used for telling the future.
So what we saw is something that is going to come to pass.
It seems like it. But I don't understand. We got rid of Rip Nugget. Wait a minute. What did
He-
Nualia say was coming?
Uh, it was on red wings. It did sound sort of like a dragon. What we saw was, I mean, the Sandpoint Devil was breathing fire and jumping around in the size of a dragon.
So, I just wonder if all these things are going to come to pass, or are they just likely?
Well,
We've gotten rid of one.
yeah,
we gotta get back there in case it does happen.
Wait. It. Um, I like lift my mask up and kind of, get some of the blood out of my eyes since I bled from all these orifices. And I'm looking at the blood and it hawkens on red wings. Delve into the pits. Seek me out in the land of dead beyond. And I look at Calliope. There's something about Pharasma, too. About her reach. And unless you can delve into the pits in time, you will face his fires.
well, continue into the pit. Sounds like that's our
That's where we
ultimate
are.
goal. Again, ultimate goal, end point. This is a side quest I must partake in and finish. Sorry for laughing. I get I get nervous laughter when I'm uncomfortable. I must
In the
I
land
must
of
return.
dead beyond Pharasma's reach. Does that... What do we do
Sounds like
with
a
this
place that I
situation,
don't
though?
quite frankly wish to rush to. We should definitely come back here.
Do we
I'm
just
wondering
leave
if,
the crystal?
well,
You said the whispers that someone was coming.
I believe the whispers were of this coming from this stone, this ghost stone.
No, from the door. Or was
Through
that
the door.
or was that separate?
I believe it was coming through the door, not the door. I don't I don't know. I had to use weird magic twice to Was it from the door, Robert, or through the door? Is that something that you'd be able to know?
It seemed like it was the door whispering to you.
Got it. Oh, I believe it was the door. I'm not sure. Maybe there's Rip Nugget, undead attacking Sandpoint. We've eliminated that. Is that was one of the dooms, and it harkens on red wings as another potential doom? That's meta knowledge, isn't it? What the doom?
That's what I just read that.
No, but I mean, did
Seven has been
Nualia
talked about.
say seven dooms, or is that me knowing the title of the AP?
Right.
I feel
Seven
like
Dooms
she's
was
pro.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mentioned
yeah.
Okay,
specifically
that's what I was thinking.
Seven Dooms Harken
So-
on Red Wings.
Is the potentiality of everyone falling asleep another doom?
I don't. She did say something about not all that plagued Sandpoint has lied still.
You
On
lie
our way
still when
back
you're
up, we
asleep.
should check if Rip Nugget is there, or we need to talk to the spider anyways. But she said there were new foes in the shadows and more plagues to come upon Sandpoint.
Yes. Well, I am confident that nobody will stumble upon this room.
But someone knows. Someone knows of it.
Those someones may be long, long dead, or very freshly dead in her.
I have two thoughts. One is there are souls in this thing. I kind of wonder if we should break it.
Oh,
Yeah.
But before that, if there are 7 dooms, we know about 3, that leaves 4 more that we could potentially divine with this stone.
I was able to hang in there. And I'm relatively light. I could try more.
Well, eh, you know what? You've already taken. I mean, this thing made you bleed.
Your own
It-
blood.
It hasn't affected me that much yet. I'm gonna go in again, and I mean, Calliope, if it starts looking bad, then I might need you to pull me off again. But I think we need to know what's coming.
Oh shit!
This is so fucked up. But
So tight.
yeah, it's just like I don't
We
know. I
can-
hear like Ride the Lightning start playing in the background or something.
Ride the
Right.
lightning.
Yeah.
So Flay's gonna walk into the room too. He's like,
We don't do
So
it.
cool.
We
Sorry.
don't need to do it at the same time, but that was only 3.
Right?
So we're likely going to have to share the burden if we're trying to get another 4.
It's possible.
Were there, Calliope, you pulled us off. Were there physical signs?
Yes, the first nothing. You stiffened as if all of your muscles had tightened, and then there was a jolt, and then once I heard a brief whimper or wail, maybe. It wasn't a full-on cry, but vocalization of pain. It's the weirdest way you could probably put it.
So that's good because there are signs.
Yes,
That
I'll be
means
able
however
to-
brief for you, we can watch Giddy and then we can watch me as needed. And we see those signs, maybe 1, maybe 2 signs and pull it off. If you can stay through 2 signs, maybe I can stay through the other 2. And that's all of them.
Well,
if these are what we think they are.
as long as it doesn't start over from the beginning,
We can only hope.
then you'd have to have some reruns potentially.
Is there
Before-
a skip cutscene button?
Exactly, like chapter select,
Do
skip intro.
then do we just go for 1? Giddy to see? And if it starts over, then we both have to go in? I
That
don't
might be
know.
for the-
We won't know. There's no way to know.
Well, that's if we just watch for a single sign.
And then I pull you off right away?
Yes.
Okay. I understand.
But-
Who's going?
There goes nothing. And
Okay.
Crazy guys.
Giddy
Yeah, we
grabs the
rip
stone.
throughout this entire conversation. Just Rip's like,
I feel like this is so
Yeah,
way
what's-
over his head.
what's
He's
Rip
just
doing back there on the wall listening to this conversation?
everyone's talking about things they're seeing and like Sandpoint being destroyed, and I feel like he is just having a crisis moment in his head. He's worried that Sandpoint is being destroyed. He's not there to protect them. He doesn't want to. And then this blue light, the souls. He's just
I should have told the sheriff.
yeah, right. His anxiety is to the roof right now. He's rethinking all his decisions.
It's like making hard eye contact with Ignara.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck is wrong with
They're
these
both
people?
over there
Yeah.
just like.
Calliope will, as Giddy reaches out to put his hands on the stones, Calliope taps Silflay on the shoulder quickly and lay on hands as her cast lay on. She does that thing to heal her.
Okay. While you do that, let's take a short break before we jump into another slew of visions here. So stick
All right.
around, and we'll be back shortly.
Bum, bum, bum.
We're back, and we're about to touch some crystals. I'm gonna rub this crystal the right way. Yeah.
Make it stiffen.
Hairless whispers in the background once again.
Giddy gets stiff in all the right places as you caress this stone as it rotates in your hand. It's cold and hard, and you see the spirits appear again. Their faces, their visages, their bodies yell out in pain and frustration, but it's silent. It's eerily silent. Silflay and Calliope, you see this too. Was Silflay touching the crystal also? Or was it just Giddy
We were
first?
letting Giddy check this first one and then gonna pull him off at first physical sign, pretty much.
Okay. The first sign again, you see Rip Nugget tearing down Sandpoint and its citizens, goblin dogs and all, goblin ghouls and living goblins too, of various goblin tribes. Roll a will save. He gets stiff.
All right.
So
Now
that's the
remember
first
my
sign.
+1 this time, which I don't know how much that's going to help me, but that's a 22.
A 22 is enough.
All
You
right.
see the
Seeing
Sandpoint
the
Devil again? Oh, go ahead, yeah.
yeah, after that first sign, Calliope will pull him off after a couple of seconds of seeing the stiffening.
Guys, this is freaking me out.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Let me run that back. You see that you get stiff. You didn't need to roll that will save. I apologize.
Ah,
But you still get stiff.
Oh.
Okay. Calliope pulls him off. I will do an athletics check if necessary.
Yes.
Okay.
That looks like a dragon egg.
I can't see my rolls.
You rolled a 20, and that is not enough, unfortunately. Giddy, you are stuck to the crystal, and the vision of the Sandpoint Devil burning Sandpoint and citizens is seen again. But you don't need to roll a will save.
yay.
I was just like, I can't get him off.
Are you Grant? We don't know.
He's glued on. I'm gonna have to try again.
Ah!
It's okay, Brim.
Rip's like freaking out. It's like, what is going on? He has like no understanding of magic and all this. He's like,
so your body stiffened up. You can't let go of the crystal as it's brushing against your hand, and then you let out a verbal groan of pain as you see Sandpoint citizens falling in their place as whatever they were doing. They drop whatever they're holding, but they just fall. Maybe you see a dude land on a rock in front of him as he was walking through a garden, his head bleeding, eyes rolling the back of his head, and he lets loose just pain, just frightened sounds as he's sleeping. And this one you'll need to roll a will save.
That is a 18 altogether.
That is a failure. And Giddy is stuck. Giddy, you're going to take 14 points of damage as you bleed from your eyes, nose, and ears. And then you approach the next vision. You see this humanoid shape transform into the Sandpoint Devil. It looks like, at first, the silhouette of a very tall, masculine, and muscular man. But as it transforms into the shape of the Sandpoint Devil, he rises from a pit to lead an army of cultists towards Sandpoint. They're all wearing the robes and garb emblazoned in black and red and golds, all with that same symbol that you pulled off of Asmorelli. Go ahead and roll another will save. And Calliope, if you want to attempt to push her off or pull her off again, you can roll that too.
Yeah, I thought I did one before, but I don't know
It's
if
a
it
23.
went through you.
Yeah, I saw yours. It was like I think, well, that was a will save on that one.
Yeah, I'm not seeing die rolls show
Oh, there
up
we go.
now, so
You just got a 22.
athletics. Okay. Oh,
Ooh.
Oh.
Robert.
Who
Robert's
is that?
microphone.
Who is that?
your microphone is
Yeah.
techno babbling.
Microwave. I feel like you just put us in a microwave with a piece of metal. That's what it sounded like. Like
Like
Can't hear you.
disembodied,
Muted.
yeah.
You muted.
Oh,
Nope.
Oh
Mm-mm.
no.
it's all bad, bro.
Bad times.
you just sound like a robot whose vocal box was destroyed.
Yeah.
You are now Bumblebee.
This is actually the perfect time for this to happen though, right? Because this is pre-recorded.
Yeah.
We're just gonna be talking and then we're gonna jump cut to something else, but
Yeah.
Nope.
Uh-uh.
Weird.
yeah.
I wonder what happened.
Well, I guess we could.
It's like in the middle
We'll
of a
just keep
sentence.
jamming for ourselves until you get it fixed. So, what
Yeah,
do
so
we
the other
find
two-
here again?
The other two visions are
Yeah,
us
we get
getting rich.
we get visions 5, 6, and 7.
Something about raining gold coins.
Right.
What a doom.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, be careful, right? Maybe it does, but it, they
Kills everybody.
turn into the penny myth and
Yeah.
just kill everybody.
That's one
Yeah.
of those "be careful what you wish for" things, you know.
Yeah, it's really
Alright.
a monkey's paw.
Gold coins coming from the sky at 100 miles an hour, just
Exactly.
through your house and everything. You're just like ah.
Get beat the shit and back by coins falling from the sky.
Right.
I
Yeah.
know
What?
that
Oh, good.
one time I was playing like 3.5 and create water was like X gallons per level, you know, and I was like, I think I was like third level, so it was like quite a few gallons per level or something. And I remember I was like, oh, I'm gonna summon this many gallons of water on
Hello.
top of their head. Ooh, that was good.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Okay. Jesus. My
Yeah,
audio
we looked up
interface
the-
is I could cook an egg on this thing. Holy shit.
Oh wow.
Oh man. Okay. I think we're good now though.
Sweet.
Where the fuck did I leave off?
A very.
Athletics.
Oh yeah. But you were going through the vision, where they
yes.
rise from the pit with an army cultist, and then Dylan just rolled a 22 athletics.
Okay. Yep. So that's the gist of it. And Giddy, you seem to be fine, though you still have a reaction. You see Calliope, Souffle, you guys see Giddy kind of their knees buckle for a moment, but then he's able to stay, if not by maybe the force of the connection between the crystal and Giddy's body. But then as Giddy kind of balances, you're able to knock Giddy off, and you lose. You're loose from the crystal again.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get you off right away. You were adhered.
But you are enfeebled 2 and drained 1.
Okay.
Was it
Ah.
the same? Was it new?
They were the same up until that last one.
So it's sequential.
Well, I wonder if that dictates the order of which whatever these things are occur.
Perhaps, maybe I try, and we just let it go as far as it can. There's a physical sign for each vision. So I imagine if we get to 8, then we've gone too far.
If it goes to
It's
8,
like the end of a movie where it's like, it's bad boys for life. And then we just like die. We get to 7 and Silflight just spontaneously combusts.
At that point, I think I'd turn to Ash.
Yeah, fulfilling the prophecy.
Oh.
Um,
Okay, I think this is very valuable information, and if you're willing to put yourself there, I will.
I am. But
Okay.
if we can get through and we get the visions, should we try to destroy the crystal? Well, I should say you, and I point to everybody else. You too, Brip. I don't think I'll be in a place to be able to do much of anything.
Yes, I think we do. Once we've gleaned its knowledge, we should attempt to free the souls and ensure, well, we just can't die before we can share the information it contains with someone else.
So should I step farther back?
I
I
think you're fine. Unless, again, Souffle explodes.
I pull my mask off, and while the outside is unadorned, you can see that on the inside there are runic etchings. And I think you realize, whether it's good or not, this is a psychopomp mask.
Ooh.
Ooh.
She probably knows what that is just from psychopomps being
I know what that is.
pharasmic emissaries.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's going to say anything about it right now. There's a lot that we have to talk about when we're in a safe hotel room, but I don't think any of that can come out right now. I'm ready for that app. I'm going to have like copious notes. Disrespect my
This-
deity.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing a psychopomp mask?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna look at Giddy.
okay. I'm gonna get up through your vision. And then I guess we'll see what comes next.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And I'll be ready to remove your body from the.
Oh god.
Yes.
Why do you say it like that?
Ay, ay, ay.
I don't know. I was gonna say
Oh,
you're a corpse,
no.
and then I walked it back. And also, why am I talking to you in character, Robert?
I don't know.
Let's do this damn thing.
Okay. All right. Souffle, you put your hands upon the crystal.
Hold on. I take out the slender brass key
This goes to something down here.
and I toss it over to Giddy.
You need to keep that.
Okay, I got it.
You're not gonna die.
I'm just gonna look at Calliope,
It
Who's
would make
dying?
things easier.
and I put my hand on the crystal.
Oh god.
Okay.
No one yet, Brip.
I feel like Brip is in the back just panicking, like telling Ignara it's gonna be okay, and Ignara's looking. I'm like, you're the one who needs to calm down. You know?
Right. I think Iggy would see Brip is freaking out and kind of like wrap her tail around Brip just to like be a calming presence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ignara's
he just-
comfortably warm also.
Yes.
Comfy. Okay,
Huh.
so see Rip Nugget, you stiffen. Then the Sandpoint Devil, and you kind of let out a verbal groan of pain, and then you see the Sandpoint folks hit slumber hard, and then you let out another groan of pain. And
Calliope
then-
says, as this is progressing, Calliope's like, I might have to use excessive force to remove her contact from the crystal. So don't be alarmed. Just forewarning you,
I'm
I
just
might
gonna
have to
cut off her
truck
arm.
the shit out
Yeah,
of
I
her.
was just thinking cut off her arm. We'll grow
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah.
Well, it was Pharasma's will. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pharasma told me to cut your arms off. I can't help it.
Just
I'm gonna watch
prepared.
the door.
Poor Brip.
You see, yeah. You see the humanoid shape turn into the Sandpoint Devil, emerge from the pit, followed by an army of Sandpoint Devil cultists as they raise arms and magic against Sandpoint. Roll a will save.
Imagine they get progressively worse too, which sucks.
Probably.
27, 28 if it's an emotion effect.
Nice.
All right. As that vision ends, you come to a new one. You see Sandpoint at the witching hour. The moon is covered by clouds. It is overcast. There's a figure stalking through a dark alleyway, hiding away from any torchlight or lamplights, and you see the silhouette of an axe in their hand as this figure follows a lone person along a quiet street. They rush up behind this person, swiftly and unnaturally quiet, and at the last second, the axe slams down into this person's head. You see the look of shock overcome somebody you recognize, but you don't know who as the vision ends.
Zerdak.
I was just thinking him too.
Roll a will save. You...
So it's like, yeah, fuck that guy.
your body buckled in the previous one, but you're able to stabilize yourself. But this time, as the axe hit, you let out a scream that echoes throughout this chamber and the tunnel beyond.
Life draws her sword.
And your eyes are bleeding again. Ears are bleeding again. As you get to the next one. Sorry, let me roll some damage
All right.
here.
Here's the will save.
You're actually going to take half of this.
23, 24 if it's an emotion effect.
Okay, and then this is for the new one. You see from, well, let's say that it stays night, and it feels like a different night. Maybe dusk is hitting actually, and you see the buskers and merchants around the Sandpoint marketplace breaking down their goods and stalls, as you see this little bit of dirt kind of move at the foot of somebody, a vendor, and then out comes a ghoulish looking hand, and then you hear a scream off in the distance. The ground erupts with ghouls as they rise from the streets of Sandpoint, and out of the holes they come from there is a poisonous mist that people are breathing in and coughing as they try to escape. But they fall and succumb to that mist, as well to the claws and hungry maws of these ghouls. And
Mulder Raps.
that check is that. You're gonna take 20 more points of mental damage.
Stupid. Okay. I think we got one more, so
Damn. Seeing more carnage come across, I think Calliope will cast another lay on hands. Just quick. Get her through this for Esma. Just a little longer. Help her hold on a little longer.
And as you do that, Sylphlay's body kind of jolts, and this wave of spirit magic kind of pulses over their body and forces their other hand to grab on to the crystal. And
yeah.
Sylphlay's head shoots up, their wizard hat falls to the ground, maybe their mask is cocked to the side a little bit. And Sylphlay lets loose another scream of pain as
Oh, fuck.
this vision appears of a red feathered bird the size of a meteor comes crashing down upon Sandpoint. splitting the earth, causing an earthquake. People falling, screaming, as what you see erupt from the earth is an even larger creature. This three-eyed demon. Comes climbing out of the rift. And the last save, please. Now, Silflay has
You
been
can do
screaming
it.
the entire time.
Of course.
Yeah. She said to let it happen.
Giddy's watching in horror.
23 or 24 if it's an emotion effect.
Okay, you're going to take 36 points of mental damage.
Oh my god.
That's so much.
And you let loose of the crystal, but you are actually unconscious.
With 2 hit points.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god. Good thing I healed you.
Damn.
Oh man.
Oh, there's so many conditions.
Oh my god, yeah, I just
Oh, wow.
stacking up.
I feel like Brip is traumatized from how many times he's seen Silflay just get torn up.
So you see Silflay actually bleeding out.
This is like
Cast stabilize.
Okay.
this is one of the biggest things he's had to deal with is watch Silflay over and over get just fucking destroyed. And
Yeah.
he's like torn. It's just like every time it is so savagely beaten down. Like it's just so insane how Silflay gets beaten. Like, and then within an inch of her life, every 3 hours or
Truly.
something. You know?
She's a masochist for sure.
And Rip is just like, what is going on?
Yeah, seeing like just all this happened, Calliope will reach down to cast stabilize as well.
Okay.
Saying that she is not good. That would do it, right? It says target is one dying creature.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure that
Yep. So
they gain the
Silflay
dying condition.
stabilized and unconscious. Wounded 1. He ended up dropping below because of all the extra conditions that were applied.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, negative con at this point, I'm sure.
Oh,
some
because
crap
the drain.
like that.
Yeah, the drain.
Yeah. Oh my god, Pharasma's. I got sorry. When I keep saying oh my god, and then I try to bring a real deity into it, and then again it throws me off, which is why I can't make eye contact during RP.
Just mommy Pharasma, help me.
Pharasma. Oh goodness, gods, she's barely survived. I'm going to. Pharasma will guide my hand here. I'm only using magic from Pharasma to prove a point here. No physical medicine will be used. So it's a 2-action heal. I don't know if it came through. Did it?
It did, yeah.
Okay, weird. I didn't see it again. So, oh, there it is. Okay.
All right. As you cast the spell, you expect Silflay's eyes to flutter open, but they do not.
I am super unconscious.
Dude, what? Are you at like how? I don't even know.
How come she's not getting out?
She's not bleeding out though. She's not dying.
No.
Okay. We have to go. Should we
Heal her.
try to destroy this? I tried. She's not dying, but she's the shell of what she should be. That took more out of her than I could express in real words.
I think we should try to break this thing. Iggy, get in here.
Yeah, Calliope will pick up Silflay's body and gently move her into the hallway. Rib, keep an eye on her while. Take a look. See what you can do. We're going to fuck this crystal up now. Retribution.
Iggy rolled a 32 to attack it.
Okay.
It's the table all over again.
It really
Yeah,
is.
exactly. Any inanimate object that hurts us must die.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Table of Doom.
Yep. Go and roll damage. The table of doom.
This was an unarmed attack technically, so it's only a D4, but 5 points of bludgeoning and fire.
Okay. Let's see.
Robert, hello.
Oh, sorry. I was talking, but I was not on the mic, unfortunately. It doesn't seem to have an effect. You think you need to hit it harder. Hit the crystal harder.
Calliope gears up for a two-handed slash with her +1 striking bastard sword.
Okay. If you guys are just going to take the time to destroy this thing, we can skip to that
let's
point.
just
I
do
don't want
that.
to roll attack
Oh,
rolls
okay.
for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah,
But,
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys give me a little narrative? Just tell me what it kind of looks like between all four of you with Ignara.
I'm assuming Brip is also attacking it
Yes,
now?
yeah, that's why I said 4.
That's why I was like, okay, I just didn't know Brip was doing that yet.
Or is Brip, sorry, kind of 3 in there just because I thought you were.
If he looks over and everyone's like hitting it, he's gonna join in. You know, if it's like this did this to Souffle, now we're killing it.
Yeah. So I like to imagine Iggy is just going feral on this thing, scratching it, biting it, slashing it with her wings, just relentlessly. Giddy's smacking it around with the dog slicer he picked off of Rip Nugget's corpse. Not doing a lot because Giddy's not a very strong man.
Brip would be waiting for the right moment for when Calliope would just hit it and crack it, and then he sinks an arrow right in the crack that
Nice.
Calliope makes.
Yeah, Calliope is wailing on it with just massive overhead chops, two-handed, just as the anger is flowing through her at this. It's like, I need to go somewhere else. Been trying to leave this place.
Okay.
And now
so
you're dying.
And it
Yeah.
keeps taking more from us than we're willing to
Yes.
offer.
You guys keep hearing these whispers. They seem to get louder. There's a vortex within the crystal. And the 4 of you go to roll just a d20. Just a flat d20.
Yeah, 14.
Oh, no. I'm not able to see all my stuff anymore.
All right. Brip, you can describe the final blow as the crystal cracks.
Nice.
Yeah, so like I think that Ignara and Giddy were smacking on it, and Calliope bringing down those overhead chops, and he's waiting for the pinpoint precision strike, and at some point Calliope's sword strikes it, and it cracks around and opens up a small section on this side, and the air he lets loose a crossbow bolt, which passes by and puts itself cracks right into the center of that crack, and nothing happens for a moment, and then you begin to hear it cracking and split finally.
It's back.
The vortex of stone. Vortex of spirits whirl out of the stone as it cracks open, and the whispers completely dissipate. it's quiet.
We did it.
Hopefully, they're going back to the boneyard, right, Calliope?
Oh, Pharasma, take these souls. We return them to you, and they await your judgment.
But now, what do we do with Souffle?
We go. And Calliope puts her sword away and like walks over and grabs Souffle and starts to walk out. It's like she has Souffle in her arms and she's just gonna backtrack. It's like
Yeah.
we are going back.
Moving on.
Yeah. Yeah. She's probably like, yeah, exactly. Like, can't talk back. We're going.
Yeah.
She'll wake up halfway home, I'm sure, and be pissed. But for now, we're going
And
back.
like nobody else is gonna argue that we're leaving. You know, I imagine no one's gonna.
Stay.
No.
Stay if you'd like. I'm going.
Holy moly. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I guess we would walk out of this room, back up through the chamber where we fought
Yep, you guys just walk
Esmerelli.
walk through there.
Yeah,
you
basically-
walk back up the stairs through Lord Longfinger's realm. And
I think
then-
we would, if Lord Longfingers is around, I would try to talk to them per Silflay's request.
Okay. Yeah,
But-
you would be approached as you entered the realm. The spider, the thick curtain of webs
Yeah.
separate for you to pass, and you hear his voice, but you don't see him. And he says, I don't remember his voice.
That's close enough. That's pretty close. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just creepy.
What
For
has
sure.
transpired?
We've encountered quite a few different foes below, but we are going to be headed back the way we originally came. We thought these tunnels might lead a specific direction, but we're unsure. I have a question, if I might ask. Do you know a direct route to the Sandpoint Boneyard? Are there any tunnels that you know of that can take us directly there?
I've heard of Sandpoint, but I've never visited it myself. I do not know a way there.
Well, I do appreciate you answering so directly. We will if you don't mind, we'll pass through now and potentially return, and if we do, we'll be sure to bring some sustenance for you and your family.
I was hoping that morsel in your arms was going to be another gift, but I suppose not.
Unfortunately, not today. Maybe next time if she learns some life lessons, but
We're
not
still
today.
quite full. No need to bring us any more gifts for a while, at least.
I was hoping that was still the case. Don't know how quickly
Besides-
you metabolize.
You don't want to eat her anyway.
Goblins.
She's basically a salad.
Yes, you would derive no nutrients from her, I'm sure. Maybe a lot of iron or
I see blood. That
Fiber.
means there's flesh.
Too much
Something
fiber,
we
you know.
can feast on at least.
leshy. Well, regardless, that is not her fate today. Again, if we should come back this way, we will be sure to bring an offering suitable for your needs.
Mm. Well, what do you plan to do? Oh, you're leaving. That's what you said. Yes. Okay.
Yes, we will be going back to this place, Sandpoint, to rest and get her medical attention, and there's something I must handle there. But I am sure we will be back, though our paths may not directly cross again. But again, if they do, we will be sure to bring you something to eat. Kind of putting on a weird accent. I think I'm copying you.
Well, take your time. I plan to expand my realm now that the goblins have been dispersed.
Well, I'm thankful for you honoring our offering and allowing us to pass through, and pray that this continues to be a mutually beneficial relationship.
Yes.
Okay, I'm creeped out now, so goodbye. I'll see you next time.
You don't hear anything. The webs stay separated for you to walk through, though.
Okay. Hope I didn't insult him. Oh, we walk through.
Okay. Yeah, you guys.
And you're
walk through
beset upon.
and head
Yeah.
head back up the ladders of the pit that you came down, and are now on top of the platter. It's gonna take some time for you guys to get back to Sandpoint. I think probably a few hours. As you crest over the pit, you can't help but shield your eyes a little bit. Maybe you're hucking souffle over your shoulder, passing them off to maybe Brip and.
I don't think Calliope would let it. She's like, I'm
Okay,
holding her.
gotcha. All right. Well, they help
Also,
you.
I don't know that they would be able to hold her, frankly, size-wise.
And it is. We'll say that it's dusk at this point. Sun is setting. And you think you could probably get to Sandpoint if you moved quickly, and by you probably get there by in the next couple hours if you made haste. So
Yeah. Is there any like medicine check I could do to see if there's anything else I could do to Silflay to help her regain consciousness so that we could at least communicate during this walk, even if I don't let her walk?
you can try it.
Okay, yeah. Let's just see if there's anything that we could at least like gain some knowledge from her while we're walking instead of having to wait till we get there. So we'll just see. Yeah, I'm not seeing die rolls, but
That's a 20.
That is a 20. Yes.
Dirty 20.
I mean, you're doing everything you can to wake her up, to try to wake her up, except use one of those stinky sticks. You're not sure. You think that might be something you could
smelling
try?
salts.
Yeah, smelling salts. Or whatever.
Stinky sticks.
Stinky sticks. I was like, what?
Dinky stick.
Yeah.
That's funny.
God.
I was like, when did we get
a
one of
smelling
those?
salt.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
That's
probably the
Brip's
better-
description of it.
I'm tired.
That's fair.
Do you want to use one of those stinky sticks?
I imagine a healer's kit would have one of those, but yeah, you try that too, and that doesn't seem to wake her up.
She's alive. She's breathing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Oh well.
Even the stinky stick couldn't wake her up.
No. Did somebody bring the stinkier stick? The stinkiest stick I know I left in my hotel room.
You think this might be
Hotel room. Back at the cathedral.
some kind of
Sorry.
coma, possibly?
Oh fuck.
You're not entirely sure.
Maybe somebody at the cathedral might be able to help. Father Xantus or God help us, Melissa. Somebody there should be able to give us a hand.
Just give me a survival check as you try to navigate down the plateau and through the hinterlands to get to the road and try to get to Sandpoint quickly.
What was her name? Her name was Melissa, right?
It was Melissa.
Yeah, it's a safe
Okay.
assumption that Melissa's not going to be of any help to anyone ever at any point in time.
Okay. So
We get back and she's like overthrown Xantus and this is the new
Right. She
Head
is the
priest.
Sandpoint Devil.
you make it to Sandpoint. It is probably 10 p.m. at this point. Where do you guys go? Right to the cathedral?
to the cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You get to the cathedral. Melissa is not there. It's just another
Oh.
acolyte. Melissa's on day shift. This is third shift at this point, I think. And
Yeah.
you're greeted by an acolyte. They what's wrong?
We don't know. Are the healers here available? I know they're here, but are they? Can you get them?
Yes. Come to triage.
Awake them at once.
They have an
Help
area
her.
where they have beds and sick people that they are
Triage.
treating.
People with like
And,
stab wounds and
There's not a lot of people in here, thankfully, but yep, you find a
mugging
bed,
victims.
lay Silflay down, and one of the
Yes.
medics, one of the acolytes, kind of looks over their body. And what happened? What's wrong?
She collapsed. I don't see any outward signs of any physical damage. It appears to be internal and mental. I've healed her with Pharasma's blessings, but it was not enough to. I was able to stop her from passing on, but she remains in this condition, unconscious, though breathing and alive. I cannot bring her to consciousness. She needs a CAT scan.
Well, we'll do our best to find out what's wrong. And one other acolyte comes over, and they start to dress any wounds that were there and remove any equipment and clothing or gear from Silflay's body.
I envision one of them, like trying to take off her mask, and Calliope like reaching their hand over and just like, that can stay.
They look at you strangely for a second, but then they just nod and go about using cold compresses and ice, and they're just looking over her body, and they look back at you, Calliope, and the rest of you, Brip and Giddy, to say, well, this will probably take some time. We'll alert you when we find out what's wrong. Where can we find you?
Right here, probably. Like,
Oh, yes.
I don't
Calliope,
really think I
you
need to
stay
go.
here.
I'm gonna stay.
Okay.
Sure, one of us will be outside the door.
We won't be too far away.
Okay.
Actually, if you could give me just 1 minute, I will be back ASAP. As soon as possible. I don't think that acronym would be a thing. I will be back. I need to attend to something in my quarters here, and I'll be right back. And she would go and reapply her paint now that she has it. She would go through her face painting procedure and reapply that.
Yeah, because I think Brip would assume ASAP means like as soon as I pee. He doesn't understand.
Piss like a racehorse, man.
Silflay is
He's
not a
just
sap.
like TMI, right?
Yeah. So Calliope would go re-up on her spiritual paint and then be back. So.
Okay. Cool. And as you return, I guess maybe you, on the way back from your room to the triage area, you hear someone scream off in the distance. It sounds like it's coming from within Sandpoint proper, very nearby, within city limits. And we'll leave it at that. So that's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, tuning in, see what's going on with Silflay next time. Find out what that scream is also. It'll be a couple of weeks before we get back to that, so I hope you enjoy this episode. If you want more of this, well, I guess stay tuned.
Don't want to wait.
And join our Discords, hit up our socials. We've got some fun shorts planned, and yeah, tell your friends. Get in there, game with us, and don't forget to live by the die.
Live by the die. Die by the die.
Da-da-da.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.